There, Cal. All right, good morning, traders. Today is September 10th, 2024. My name is John Carrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Thank you for being here. I want to thank everybody out there in digital land, everybody that leaves me a thumbs up, a nice kind comment. Appreciate that. Thank you. That helps with the YouTube algorithm. I love that. I love that a lot. Good morning, Stefan. All right, so my SPY pivot this morning, 545.21. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5, except for IWM, are technically in daily uptrends. Yes, they are having some harsh pullbacks. All made daily candles, all made inside daily candles. That means they made lower highs and higher lows. SPY closed with a 2-hour uptrend and 10-minute uptrend. All right, so we got 10-minute uptrend going, 2-hour uptrend going. So all we need is a nice green erases red candle. All right, and then we have ourselves a nice entry on the 10-minute chart, as long as that 10-minute trend's active still. All right, and we get a nice green erases red. Gold and silver both in uptrends, both made inside days also. Silver closed inside a bearish trap under the 17 EMA. Gold closed over a bullish cross over the 17 EMA. UNG still in the uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bearish cross and under the 17 EMA. USO in its new downtrend, made a couple, 2 or 3 days ago, made another inside day, closing underneath the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. US dollar index in a downtrend, closed near the 101.62 area, kind of pulling back a little bit from that downtrend. Hey, good morning, Alan. Good morning, JW. All right, let's go take a look at some charts this morning, okay? First chart we're going to look at, let's take a look at SPY. Let's pick up a nice clean chart without anything on it. All right. So here's SPY, 10-minute chart. The shaded section is post-market, pre-market. That's from last night. 10-minute, we have a 10-minute uptrend. See, here's the 10-minute. See the 3 and the price are on top of the 8, which is the white line right there. Slide this over. So we got price and the 3. All right, the 3 is that yellow line, all on top of the white line, which is the 8 EMA. Okay, all 3 of those on top of 17 EMA. That's those green dots right there. So that gives us a 10-minute uptrend. All right, so now all we need is like a little green erases red. All right, just need a green candle. Don't want a topping tail candle. That's a topping tail candle. Don't want a little doji or a big doji, all right? Don't want some sign of pause, all right? So we want no topping tail, no doji, no red candles. So we just need a green candle that's just normal, all right? That moves up with a higher low and a higher high. That would be perfect, okay? Where green erases red, that would be our entry. What kind of call would we look for? Well, I'd look for the 549 calls that expire either Friday, or maybe 550 calls that expire Friday or tomorrow. Okay, 550, 549 that expire either tomorrow or Friday. All right, so that's what I would look for on a green erases red scenario. Okay, so we had a little machine trend happen right over here, made the higher low. Pressure's on the bulls to make the higher high. Still have not made that higher high. Here's our last high from the breakdown. Okay, that would be the target, is this breakdown candle high, which happens to be right there, 549.83 flashing up there. That would break the breakdown candle high, or we could use this one, 551.58. All right, that would be our target up there. All right, so let's take a look at the 2-hour chart. 2-hour chart on the close, eliminating the shaded section. If you look real closely, you have to squint your eyes, but you can see we've got a little bit of daylight there between the 3 EMA, which is the yellow one, on top of the 8 EMA. Got ourselves a little Get ourselves a little 2-hour uptrend starting out right there. So we got a 2-hour uptrend, got a 10-minute uptrend. Let's take a look at our daily chart. Daily chart, we're still in an uptrend. Let's put the anchored VWAP on. So put it on the all-time high up here. Okay, you can see price action is, when price action is up over the all-time high anchored VWAP, I have a bullish bias because I have the notion that money is flowing into the market whenever I see price action up over this all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, because only institutions can make price go up like that. All right, so what we had here yesterday, you see we got a consolidation, then we had a pullback, got a big red igniting candle, a couple of pause candles, and then another big red candle right here to kind of signal a possible end to the move. So we're looking to come all the way back up to 550 and then start climbing this breakdown candle high, which is probably 561.50 right up there. All right, so there's SPY. All right, looking to climb up this breakdown candle high, and then we'll start worrying about this one right here, start working our way back up once we get over 550. Okay, so price action is up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. That tends to make me bullish. Back to the 10-minute chart. Okay, so where's the pivot this morning? Let's take a look. I think I put it at 545, which was, let's zoom out. See, we got this high under here and us over there. Pull up the all-time high. Where did I put it? 545.21. Let's move this down. 545. Just going to drag it down a little bit. Right about there. Okay? You see where price action comes down, comes back up, and then comes back down, and then we finally get up on top of it again and move up. Now you can see here's price action coming down to this area right here, 545.21, a little bit lower. You can see, and then it reverses out of there. It reverses out of there. We got up to it, and then we reversed back down, all right, and then we came back up, all right? So there's SPY. Okay, then we had ourselves a little downtrend happening right here. All right, so we take this and kind of string some price action along there. And you can see right there, that was where we had our reversal yesterday, right on the top of that. And that's simply made by connecting these highs right here. You got this high and this high, and you can probably drag it all the way back to this high if you wanted to. All right, so you got three highs right there, price action coming up to this diagonal resistance right there, shooting us back down into the all-time high anchored VWAP, making a higher low. Still waiting on the bulls to produce that higher high. Might not happen until the market opens up. So, all right, so there's SPY on the 10-minute chart. Okay, so now let's go take a look at QQQ. Oh, let's take a look at the 10-minute chart, the daily chart one more time. All right, so on the daily chart, we had a lower high, higher low, closing inside the bearish trap under the 17 EMA. All right, so there's price action for SPY. I am looking for a move up today, a higher low and a higher high on SPY on the daily chart. Okay, I'm looking for a daily candle that moves up with a higher low and a higher high. You can see it's already starting to rip over there on the right. 547.18, 547.21, already starting to lift. All right, so there's SPY on the daily chart. We are in an uptrend. We have to take out this low down here in order to be in a downtrend. Okay, we were in an uptrend as soon as we took out this high. Now, it took us about 11 days to get that done, 11 or 9 days to get that higher high over that high. Finally made it. Now, downtrend, as soon as they break this low right here, they'll be in a downtrend. Either that or they make a higher low here, make a lower high, and then take out the low. All right, so right now, SPY in an uptrend technically, but pulling back. Yes, I recognize price action, and the 3 are underneath the 8, and they're all underneath the 17, okay? But we're still technically in a downtrend, making higher lows and higher highs. Here's the higher high from this high right here that put it in an uptrend. QQQ. All right, so here's QQQ, QQQ, same thing, okay? Took out this high, put us in an uptrend. Take out this low, we're in a downtrend. QQQ, price action for yesterday is not this green candle, but the other one inside here. So lower high, higher low, closing underneath a bearish trap, underneath the falling 17 EMA, but still in an uptrend, technically. Pulling back harshly, not liking that, but still technically in an uptrend. Hanging on, all right? So there's QQQ. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM, aka the Russell 2000, okay? Russell has not taken out this high. It has to take out that high right there in order to be in an uptrend. And we came up, had a nice rally up. That's a long consecutive run to the upside right there. Okay, couldn't quite take out that high. Now experiencing the harsh pullback. Here's price action pulling back right into, this would be support right there. See on the top of that peak, the top of that peak, top of that peak, top of this peak right here. Run a line across the top of those. And you can see the white line. I'll bring the crosshairs over. Kind of lines up right here where price bounces. Right there. Okay. What we want to see is kind of an upward wedge. All right. Right now we got kind of a downward wedge. Right now. So far. Okay, so that's what we got right now. All right, so looking at this, kind of a nice big red move into the end of the move. Hopefully, that's a signal for the end of the move. We'll see what happens. That's IWM, still technically in a downtrend. All right, so there's IWM on that. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Now, on Diamond Dow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days ago, trading days, we made new all-time highs for Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow moving up. Okay, it was in a downtrend because we broke this low, and we broke that low over here. All right, it was in a downtrend, so we had to trade all the way up through here, take out that high to be technically in an uptrend. So they made it. Technically, they're in an uptrend. They won't be in a downtrend unless they take out this low right here. That would be a huge red candle move all the way to the downside. All right, so Diamond Dow technically in an uptrend, just having one of those harsh pullbacks right there. Here's our trend line for Diamond Dow. Again, only 6 days ago was making new all-time highs. Let's take a look at FNGU. You know, this is the guy that's we need to get moving in the upward direction. Okay, so here's FNGU on the daily chart. Okay, FNGU took out this high, so that made it into an uptrend. But ever since that uptrend, it's been melting off right here. Hopefully this big red candle kind of signals the end of the move. Not looking like it's big enough. It is big, but not looking like it's really big enough. So I'm a little bit hesitant here. Okay, so FNGU on the daily chart, still in an uptrend. Won't be in a downtrend till it takes out this low. If it takes out that low, it's in a downtrend. All right, we're still in the uptrend, but just having a long flag here pulling back. Okay, price action for FNGU. Excuse me. Lower high, higher low, closing under bearish trap under the 17 EMA. Okay, technically having a really big pullback. You could say it's in a 2-hour downtrend. You could say it's in a 4-hour downtrend, right? On the daily chart, technically just have not made that lower low yet, so technically it's in an uptrend because we took out this high right here. Okay, so there's FNGU. Need to get this moving in the other direction. I want to see some green erase red. Have not seen that yet. All right, got to see some green erasing red. Even if it's just one candle. One big candle would be nice. Even one little candle would be nice. All right, want to see some green erase red, get us moving in the other direction. All right, let's take a look at our technicals, T21.22. All right, price action, we came out of the oversold zone, cleared the sell zone right into the seller's chop zone, made a lower high right here, then a higher low, found ourselves up here into the buyer's chop zone, bears threw us out, and we came all the way back into the seller's chop zone right here. So T21.23 on the 15-minute chart. Okay, you can see us here. This is the prior all-time high. This is the all-time high. Prior all-time high is this green line. All-time high are these candlesticks up here, candle bars. Price action for yesterday. Selling in the morning, a rally back up, and then a melt-off ever since that rally because they failed to make, guess what, significant higher high. From there, they came back down, challenged the low, and they tweaked out a lower low right there. Just to see that little nub that sits below this candle bar right here, they tweaked out a lower low. Tweaked out a higher high right there. See that? Just tweaked out that. And underneath here. So here's 200 SMA up inside between. This is a prior all-time high. This is the prior all-time high. 200 SMA rising up through in between this zone here between the two prior all-time highs. Only problem here is price action, all right, is underneath that 200 SMA. Works a whole lot better when the 200 SMA is under it, providing some lift underneath it, okay? Problem is we got to get back on top of it here with T21.23, all right? But still moving up, just consolidating over to the right over here. So we'll see if they can get them back up on top. They were consolidating on top of the prior all-time high. Then they lost it, and they lost it at the same time. 200 SMA was approaching, and then we had a pullback right here. T21.23 3-bar. We put in 3 more red candle bars here up in between the two prior all-time highs. Again, this is the same product. We're just looking at it on a bigger time frame. You can see price action, 200 SMA still rising up from underneath here. Like to see this 200 SMA up inside between the two prior all-time highs. As you can see on the 15-minute, we already have that. Okay, still got that rising there. But on the the 3-bar chart, 200's not quite there yet, but I like to see that. See how it's rising up there. Still got a lot of space between price action and the 200 SMA. I like that. Just don't have a lot of space, and we're not on top of the 17 EMA here. That would be the green and red dots. Okay, there's two T21.23. Let's take a look at our FNGU. Price action for yesterday. Made some higher lows, okay, but have not made any higher highs. See that? Not making any higher highs here. All right, now we're breaking out right here. See if we get up over that. All right, there's FNGU on the 15. All right, still getting smacked down by the force field from this 200 SMA right there. There's the 200 rolling over, curling down on the 15-minute chart. Price action for yesterday, okay, got a little bullish. Had a little pullback, making the higher low. Got a little bullish again, failed to make the higher high. Got some bearishness, and then into the close we found some inspiration to come back up here and challenge these highs up here. In the post-market, you can see still just consolidating right here. Right there on that FNGU. I had something in my mind, but I can't quite remember what I was thinking. It'll come back to me a little bit later. Okay, so there's FNGU. All right, let's look at a few other sectors. We'll start off with an energy sector. All right, start off with USO. USO's in a downtrend. USO became in a downtrend when it took out this low right here and this low and this low, so it's in a downtrend, taking out these valley lows. Okay, USO downtrend. Yesterday's price action, there's the inside day, lower high, higher low, closing underneath the bearish trap underneath the falling 17 EMA. USO in a daily downtrend. All right, so there's USO. Let's take a look at UNG. UNG, price action, make sure I get the right day. That's the day, lower high, lower low, closing underneath, bearish cross, underneath the 17 EMA. UNG in an uptrend. They became in an uptrend since they took out this high right here. And in order to go back into a downtrend, they'd have to take out this low. They failed to take out the low, but they did come uncomfortably close to taking out that low. You see that? So they still remain in the uptrend, and you can see them now recovering that. So now they've got kind of a squeaky higher low right there. Okay, so pressure's on to make a higher high right there on UNG. Let's take a look at precious metals, silver and gold, both in uptrends. Gold looking a little bit stronger than silver. Silver price action inside day seems to be a memo that was handed out yesterday for inside days. Lower high, higher low, closing inside bearish trap under falling 17 EMA. Silver still in an uptrend, was in an uptrend when it took out this mountain peak right there, took out that high right there. See that mountain peak right there. So we became in an uptrend then. We'd have to take out this low or this low to become in a downtrend. Silver still in an uptrend, but pulling back right there. GLD also in an uptrend, like I said, looking a whole lot more stronger than silver. Nice move up, holding the higher ground. For me, that's bullish. I like that. Anytime price action moves up and holds the higher ground, as opposed to, let's say, moving up and then giving it up. All right? See, moving it up and then giving it up is not nearly as strong as moving up and then holding the higher ground. That's very bullish. Moving up, making a higher high is good, but giving it up, that's not bullish at all. Okay, it's a little bit bullish, making the higher high. Yeah, woohoo, yes, you did it. Congratulations. But to get it up there and hold up there, that's incredible. That's what we like to see. That's where we know that we've got something that has possibly going to break out and make higher highs. So there's gold right there. Price action yesterday, higher low, lower high, another inside day. Closing over a bullish cross, all right, over the 17 EMA. Okay, gold still in an uptrend, silver still in an uptrend, UNG still in an uptrend, SPY still in an uptrend, QQQ still in an uptrend, FNGU amazingly still in an uptrend, T2123 still in an uptrend, Diamond Dow still in an uptrend, okay, IWM not in an uptrend. Okay, let's just take a look at a few other sectors. Okay, start off with SMH. And take that, move that over here. SMH in an uptrend until it takes out this low. They took out this high right here. That put them in an uptrend. Taking out this low puts them in a downtrend. Okay, still in an uptrend, but obviously wanting to test all of this pullback flag right here. So we'll see what happens. SMH still in an uptrend. Price action giving us that harsh pullback right there. Okay, but still in an uptrend till it takes out that low. XLK is going to look the same thing, all right? Took out this high, puts it in an uptrend. Having the harsh pullback, takes out this low, puts it in a downtrend. There's XLK. XLI. Industrials. Industrials 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days ago made new all-time highs. Industrials took out this high that put them in an uptrend. When they took out this low with this candle right here, they were in a downtrend. They took out this low and this low and this low. See that? I mean, they really technically damaged this. So it took us almost 10, 12 days to make a higher high than what we had here. All right? But we did it. All right? So XLI recovered. Took them a while. All right? So they're in an uptrend. They would have to take out this low to be in a downtrend. Okay? Looking like they're making a higher low here. Looking like. Okay? All right? So pressure will be on the bulls to make that higher highs. We'll see if they can get it done. There's XLI still in an uptrend. XLK still in an uptrend. Okay? SMH still in an uptrend. Again, UNG still in an uptrend. Silver and gold uptrends. All right, let's take a look at XRT. Now, XRT not in an uptrend. Okay, XRT took out this valley low, and this valley low, put them in a downtrend. They really technically damaged this. Now, in order to get into an uptrend, they'd have to take out this high right here. Okay, they have not done it. All right, but they're still in a downtrend right now. Had a nice move up, but no cigar here. Remember, XLI went past that peak, so they earned the uptrend. XRT, not quite ready yet. Okay, has not earned it, has not completed the higher high yet. Okay, now if they reverse from here, creating a higher low, and they take out this high, that will put them in an uptrend. Remember, technically, it's just a label. All right, you want to watch the price action. It's melting off. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red candles in a row. All right, we really don't want to be buying this till we find a bottom on support and we see the bull step in. Even though it's in a downtrend and it did move up nicely here, really not ready yet. Okay, so there's XRT, still in a downtrend. Let's take a look at XLF. Here's our financials, and financials 1, 2, 3, 5 days ago made new all-time highs on the XLF. So there's financials. Financials are in an uptrend. Okay, financials broke this low and this low, putting them in a downtrend. When they finally broke this high right here, that put them in an uptrend, and they made a new all-time high right there about 5 days ago. Financials in an uptrend. IYT. Transports took out this high right here, put them in an uptrend. Price action moving up over to the right, kind of holding that higher ground. I like that. Price action for yesterday. Little lower high, lower low, closing underneath, bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Transports still in an uptrend right there. Okay, let's take a look at our economics package. First, right here on the economics, what do we have today? We got small business optimism index came out at 6 a.m. Michael Barr is going to speak at 10, and that's it. Treasury buyback results at 2. Okay, so really light day today. Tomorrow's the main event, CPI at 8:30. Okay, petroleum report at 10:30. Treasury buyback announcement. Okay, we had Treasury buyback results, so they're going to announce another Treasury buyback. Okay, CPI, that's the main event tomorrow, Wednesday, at 8:30. Thursday, what do we got here? Jobless claims 8:30, PPI final demand 8:30, gas report at 10:30. All right, and a Treasury statement at 2 p.m. Okay, Treasury buyback results. All right, so we have an announcement, and then we got the results. On Friday, import-export prices 8:30, consumer sentiment 10, and then a rig count at 1. Okay. Main event this week, CPI, this tomorrow. It's 8:30 before the market opens. Might want to be hedged coming into close tonight at 4 p.m. just in case CPI, you don't want CPI to wreck your account. All right? probably get volatile at 8:30 in the morning before any of those options are tradable. Okay, so think about that if you want to be hedged for that CPI event tomorrow morning at 8:30. All right, earnings announcements for Tuesday. Who do we got? GameStop's going to report, again, some notables, but nothing in here that's going to really rock and roll the markets or move them. Not, at least not today. Wednesday, what do we got here? Again, some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Thursday, Adobe. It's about $250,000 right there. $250 billion, my bad. It's $250 billion right there. They're going to announce in the evening after the close on Thursday. Friday, really just some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Monday, again, more familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Okay, so the big thing's going to be CPI on Wednesday. That's the main event this week. All right, and for Max Payne, let's see what we can find for Max Payne if it's going to pull up. Max Payne today is 546. I think we just left that area, and we have 1.5 puts to every call on Max Payne. So that's regarding just the puts that expired today. All right, U.S. dollar index. Take a look at the U.S. dollar. U.S. dollar index, we closed. Look what we did. We failed to make a lower low here. So guess what? They're coming back to test those highs. Where did we close yesterday? About 101.62. All right, still in a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows, and a lower high and a lower low. Looking for a lower high, still looking for the lower low. U.S. dollar index, when we reached it down here, we were at a 12-month low, as well as a 2024 low right there. So U.S. dollar index in a downtrend. We like the dollar in a downtrend because it makes our goods and services made here in the USA more affordable. All right, because when they have to, foreign countries have to convert their currency to ours in order to pay us in U.S. dollars. All right, it takes less of their currency when we have a weak dollar. All right, that's why a lot of products come out of China, because they have a weak currency, and it allows them to sell much of their goods and services around the globe. With that weak currency, they wind up having the ability to make quite a few products and ship them around the globe and still make money. So there's U.S. dollar index right there. All right, so that's it for this morning's market report. I'm going to wrap up. I will see you all at 9:15. We'll open up the market. Getting a little rip here in the morning, so see how far it goes. See if we're going to make a new higher high. All right, so I'll see you all in 45 minutes. All right, about 9:15, and we'll open up the market, see if we can make some money this morning. All right, so that's it. Thanks, everybody, for listening to me. Let me get this recorded and rendered and put it out on YouTube. Again, thank you, everybody out there in digital land. Thanks, Brad. Thanks, John. Thanks, JW, everybody. Appreciate that. Thank you.